All right, so this is the second part of the structured walk series of videos that I'm doing, and this is the pre-walk routine video. So I want to take a little bit of time to just talk about it and set it up, and then I'll go through the basic steps with it. I know I have a video on the page that kind of shows it, but I kind of just want to walk you through it and why it's important. So, like with all the stuff that we're doing with our dogs, we're constantly preaching calmness, having calm energy, using calm tones, not, getting the dogs overexcited, teaching your dogs how to turn off and chill out. We're always talking about that. Some people call it just having balanced dogs. You can call it whatever you want. I think it's just it's just good practice in all the training that you're doing and in your day-to-day interactions with your dog to keep your interactions calm. So with the pre-walk routine, what you're doing here is you're just trying to set your dog up for success. So with the structured walks, the whole idea is that your dog follows you and you have control of the dog, you have control of the walk, you're in control of everything. So if you don't have control of your dog in the house, how the hell are you going to have control of the dog when you leave the house? So you got to be able to have the dog in control in the house, and it all starts before you even hit the street. So depending on how long you've been walking your dog another way, depending on if your dog's a puppy and you start this from day one, how long it takes you to get to the point that it's going well, all depends on, like I said, what previous training it's had, or if none, or whatnot. The bottom line, though, is if you stick with this and stick with these structured walks, you should see progress. Like with the walks every day, this should start to get shorter. They should start to look better. They should start to understand. You're going to start to understand what's working, what doesn't work. So with my rescue, when I got her, she was 7 months. It took quite a while for her to, eventually settle down. This routine, the first time probably took her, I have no idea, man, 10 or 15 minutes, say on day one. And then eventually, a couple days later, it was like 12 minutes. And then, a couple days after that, it was 8. Then maybe it was at took 3 or 4 or 5 minutes to even get out the door for a week, whatever it was. But without budging and sticking to the routine, she eventually got it. And, now it's pretty awesome. But the whole idea is with the routine is you're basically draining that energy out of them before they even leave the house. So that waiting time at the beginning that sucks so much. The longer you wait, the more the more mentally stimulated and draining it is on your dog. Your dog wants to go so bad for that walk, but you all of a sudden you're budging and you're not budging and you're not going and you're holding your ground and you're waiting the dog out. You're not talking to it nonstop. You're not, negotiating with it. You're not begging it to sit. You're not doing anything. And when it eventually realizes what you want, and that's the whole teaching process of them connecting the dots with what you want. And it takes a while at the beginning, and that's most people's problem is they give up and they cheat and they don't follow through because they're impatient. It's easier just to give the dog a treat. It's easier just to, it's easier just to go. It's easier just to, if you follow through, the dog will understand. If you start cheating, they don't. You don't want your dogs on your couch, don't ever invite it on your couch. If you want the dog on the couch, only let it allow it up when you invite it up. But you have to be consistent every single time. If you let it go on Monday, it sucks on Tuesday. Or as Troy would say, it'll suck Monday night. It does, man. It's the next time you go to do it, it's worse. So it's the hardest part. Try to stick with this stuff. So why do you want your dogs calm? Like I said, you're setting them up for success when you walk out the door. The way it happens, don't ask your dog if it wants to go for a walk. Don't say anything. Just go and grab your leashes, go to the front door. Your dog's gonna know what's up. Of course, it wants to go for a walk. When it comes up to you, give it the command. Sit down, whatever you want. I give it sit, whatever you want, and then you just wait. Your dog obviously has to know the sit command, but then just wait. Wait for your dog to sit. Don't you don't have to stare it down. You don't have to do anything. I kind of like try to avoid eye contact. I just look around. The dog knows what I want. I said sit. I gave it my hand signal. Knows what I want. So I wait. And sometimes, like I said, it will take longer than others. And this is the thing, side note, when you're doing other training and you want your dog, when you say sit, you want to sit instantly, and, You say calm the dogs that come instantly. This is different for me. I don't treat this scenario like, when I tell them to sit or when I tell them other commands where I kind of expect them a little bit quicker or more immediate. With this, I allow them to take your time. When you guys are ready to come over here and sit, we'll go for the walk. I know they want to go. They're never going to just walk out the dog door and be like, no, screw that. We're going to go. Of course, they want to go for a walk. So the longer they take to come sit in front of me and chill out, I don't care. I'm not in a rush. I got all day, guys. So you have to go into it with that mentality that you got all day. And if, like I said in some of the other videos, if you're a high-strung person, you got to learn not to be. You got to learn to take deep breaths and be patient, real patient. Because I'm not gonna lie, it sucks sometimes. They just won't sit down. They won't chill. But like I said, once they do sit down and once they do chill, the mental drain that they just went through was huge. So if you don't even get out the door, but you got the dog to sit and you got the leash on them, even if you don't get the leash on them, you just got the dog to sit and it takes forever. That's progress. Slow progress is still progress. Baby steps, reward it, mark it, whatever. But try again the next day and maybe get a little bit further, or try again in an hour, whatever. Like I always tell people, if you're having a shitty day and you get out the door, the dogs are gonna feel it. It's gonna suck. Just turn around, go home, try it again a little bit when you're in a good mood. So you got to be in a good mood to do all this stuff. So I'm gonna get Bella, and we're gonna try this exercise out the back door. It's gonna be different than the way I do it out the front door with both dogs. Like I said, they never go out this door ever. We always walk out the front door on our walk. So she's laying down over there. I'm gonna readjust the camera. I'm not gonna ask her if she wants to go for a walk. I'm just gonna grab her leash and hopefully she comes over here to associate that we're going for a walk. If she doesn't, I might call her over. But when you're doing this, don't call your dog. Just go get your leashes or whatever. I mean, if your dog doesn't know you have the leash or whatever, you gotta call them. Call them. But the idea is not to get them excited. The idea is to keep them calm. So give me a second. I'll grab the leash and I'll adjust the camera.